CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Welcome back to Clash with Chicken, guys. I am your host, The Chicken. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I think Clash Heroes is going to play like. So, if you guys have been following around, we've been covering Clash Heroes, the news, the speculations, the little bit of tidbits we've been able to capture here and there for, on and off since 2021 when the game originally got announced. So, although we don't have any, news or gameplay just yet, we have got little snippets and we have found older pieces of gameplay that weren't really covered. And the biggest news is, just catching everybody up before I get into today's video. The biggest news on Clash Heroes was it was confirmed by Supercell somewhat recently, like 6 months ago, that the game is actually still under development. It has not been killed at the very least. They have not forgotten about it. It's just for whatever reason we haven't got any news on the game just yet. And I believe that's because they're not ready to announce anything. I'm sure as something, as soon as they do have something ready to announce, they will. There'd be no reason to keep things under wrap for, if they do have stuff. But yeah, so I think Clash Heroes is super exciting because it's, as you can see here, we've got some gameplay footage in the background or as the video. I'm super excited for this game just because it's a new take on the Clash world, man, and it's those games we all grew up playing, Clash Clans, and that we all love, the Supercell games, the Clash Royale universe. Like, to get another perspective on that type of world is really cool, and I think this game is going to play like similar to a lot of other style of these, I don't even know what to call them really. It's like story open world, not necessarily turn-based, but top-down battler style games. There are a lot of them, but what sets this game apart is, number one, it's in the Clash universe. Number two, IP that everybody knows and loves, and everyone's familiar with, which I think is really big. And it's Supercell. So Supercell doesn't really make bad games. I think that's something that you could probably criticize them for, actually, is they don't release enough games. They only release, what they believe to be the best of the best, and they kill a lot of titles in for that reason. So I do believe, and I do trust the process, that whenever this game does come out, whenever it is ready, it's going to be really good. It's going to be amazing. I'm not sure what all this is here, but it looks like some sort of upgrade screen. So, the fact that we can have, all of these, like, we're in the world with the same characters, and like have customizations, have really cool. We've seen some really interesting boss battles, and from what we've seen in the gameplay, and I've talked about this before, is it looks like the game is not going to be super easy. It doesn't look like it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be, like casual friendly for the most part. But I do believe there is going to be, a decent amount of skill involved as well, which is exciting for a game like this because, people might look at it like, I feel kind of like how Clash Mini gets judged sometimes, where people look at it and it's like, oh, it's too like cutesy. It's like a little kid game. I'm not going to bother. Even though there is like a lot of strategy, in Clash Mini. I'm not sure on the status of Clash Mini, by the way. I know we've been kind of covering that on the channel. I think it's in a bit of a rough spot. I don't know, actually, if it's going to go global. I feel like they would have... The only reason I say that is because I feel like the last update, it kind of missed a few things. It wasn't perfect. And plus, I feel like they were really gearing up, and it probably would have got announced by now if it was going to go global. I feel like it's kind of, it's sitting in that 2-year period almost where, it's just not getting there. It's just not, they're not, for whatever reason, they're not seeing the right numbers, and they're not ready to fully launch it. So, hopefully it does go global. But, I think that's also good news for Clash Heroes because the more resources that they have to spend on it. I actually think that that's probably a big reason why Clash Heroes we haven't seen anything on, just simply because the team is probably split up between all these Clash games. Like Supercell is famous for not having a ton of employees. I'm pretty sure they've expanded significantly now, but I think they have different game teams probably, but they want to focus on like one game at a time rather than just like churning 6 games going global. Like that typically doesn't happen all at the same time. So I'm sure they want to get ready for Clash Mini's global release. If it is going to go global, then shift the focus probably more so onto Clash Heroes. So yeah. But yeah, that's how I think it's going to play like, and that's a little bit of a status update for Clash Heroes, guys. Kind of your weekly, bi-weekly update, however often we do these videos. But one thing I can tell you is make sure to subscribe to this channel right here if you want to stay up to date on everything in this game, guys. I will be able to break the news as soon as it is going live, or we get any news or updates. It's not going to go live for a long time, but as soon as we get an announcement on the beta launch, I'll be one of the first people, if not the first, to break the news here. So, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.